Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled Havoc. Let's get straight into the storyline. It all starts when a group of thieves consisting of Charlie, Mia, Johnny, and Wes take a truck with a washing machine filled with cocaine inside. The theft is discovered, and they are pursued by a team of detectives who handle drug cases. They are Vincent, Hayes, Jake, and Cortez. During the chase, Mia, who drove the truck, was very agile and avoided the police pursuit. Finally, a group of thieves threw one of the washing machines right into the detective's car and seriously injured Cortez. Seeing their colleague injured, the detectives chose to take Cortez to the hospital and let the thieves escape. On the other hand, homicide detective Patrick Welker was seen buying toys for his daughter as a Christmas present.
Can
you rap?
$30. Deal of the century, the father of the year.
Afterwards, he contacted his ex-wife and asked permission to meet his daughter. But despite Welker's repeated persuasions and promises of money, his wife still did not allow him. At the same time, Welker discovers that his new assistant, Ellie Sofer, is trying to arrest a man for assaulting his girlfriend. Since this case is not their job, Welker invites Ellie to go on patrol.
What's going on in there? I'm a homicide cop, which makes you by association now.
You better arrest that asshole. He beat the shit out of me.
Meanwhile, Mia, Charlie, Johnny, and Wes go somewhere to meet someone. However, only Mia and Charlie meet directly.
This way.
Apparently, they want to meet Sui, the head of the local Triad. It is known that previously, Mia stole Sui's car. As a result, Mia had to work for Sui at any cost to pay off her debt. Mia and Charlie are then escorted to Sui's front by Sui's uncle, Ching. However, due to a dispute between Sui and Ching, Sui told Ching to leave. At that moment, a car containing 3 masked men arrived and was about to enter the place. Before entering, one of them warned Ching to leave immediately. Ching left by the stairs. The 3 masked men then brutally shot Sui and his men. Meanwhile, Mia and Charlie managed to escape. Elsewhere, Welker and Ellie, who were on patrol, received a call because of the shooting that happened to Sui. They immediately went there. Arriving at the scene, another detective tells Welker that the perpetrator escaped by car. Welker also just got information about the accident that left Cortez in a critical condition. There, Ellie gets CCTV footage from the upstairs building showing 2 alleged perpetrators trying to escape. It turns out they are Mia and Charlie. However, Welker was unsure if they were the culprits as the weapons they carried were small pistols, while the victims' wounds appeared to be from assault rifles.
Buy me an assault rifle. We may be looking for somebody else.
Right.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Gotta take care of something.
After that, Welker hurriedly went somewhere to meet Lawrence, a mayoral candidate, real estate tycoon, and Charlie's father. Welker showed the CCTV footage that showed Charlie as the alleged perpetrator of the shooting. This made Lawrence furious, especially since the shooting victim was the son of the gang leader. Lawrence also persuaded Welker to help him. If not, he threatened to expose Welker's and his friends' past secrets. Not wanting this case to interfere with his campaign, Lawrence is willing to pay Welker any amount to help him find Charlie's whereabouts. However, Welker only put forward one condition. If he managed to bring Charlie home, then their business was over, and Welker no longer wanted to be ordered around by Lawrence. The two agreed to the deal. Elsewhere, Sui's mother and Triad leader, commonly called the Mother, meets Ching, his sister. Without further ado, the mother shot Ching's bodyguards dead and pointed a gun at Ching's head. The mother then asked about her son's death, because at the time of the incident, Ching was also at the scene. But Ching blamed Charlie instead. So, mother ordered Ching to find Charlie. If Ching doesn't find him, she won't hesitate to kill him. Meanwhile, Welker goes to his friend's clinic after being informed that one of Sui's guards survived the gunshot. Welker then interrogates the man about what Charlie did that night. The man confessed that Charlie and Mia were not involved in the shooting. The real culprits were 3 men in demon masks.
Demons.
They shot Mr. Choi.
Afterwards, Welker stopped by the hospital to see Cortez, as he had been on the same team. There, he also met Vincent, Hayes, and Jake, who learned that Welker was trying to keep Charlie away from their arrest.
If you don't mind, I want to see our friend.
Welker then visits Cortez, who is being cared for by his wife. Cortez's wife told him that her husband admired Welker. He also told her about his fears while on assignment with him. That's when Welker remembered his past with Vincent, Hayes, Jake, and Cortez, where they all used to work for Lawrence. However, it had been several months since Welker had been separated from them due to a problem. In the past, they had been tasked with stealing drugs. However, during the attempt, Vincent killed one of the policemen who caught them in the act.
Discussion.
This sparked an argument between Welker and his group, as Welker disagreed with Vincent killing another cop. In fact, they often do the dirty work of stealing illicit goods. Meanwhile, Mia and Charlie go to Mia's uncle Raul's place. There, Raul tries to help them by making passports so that they can go abroad. Raul also tells Mia not to contact him before Raul himself calls first.
Passport's ready by this evening.
On the other hand, Welker returns to the office, where Ellie gives him the bloodied mass piece she got from the crime scene.
Got blood on it.
Yeah.
After that, Welker is called by his superior, who says that Ellie is no longer working with Welker, but with Richardson. Welker also had no right to interfere in this case. This was because they knew that the man caught on CCTV was Charlie, and Welker tried to cover it up.
Ellie, Richardson will be the lead on this case. Report to him immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
Even so, Ellie still informs Welker about where Mia's Uncle Raul lives.
All right? And that's going to be on us.
She works at a scrapyard, owned by a Raul.
Elsewhere, Lawrence, who is stuck in traffic, is suddenly approached by a group of bikers, who immediately shoot at his bodyguards.
We'll kill you. We need to get you out of the city.
It turned out that they were the mother's men who then kidnapped Lauren.
Now I'm coming for yours.
What's it?
A parent, just like you.
On the other hand, Welker went straight to Mia's uncle, Raul.
Are you fucking serious? Is that how you rock?
That's where Welker found out that Raul had made fake passports for Mia and Charlie, so they could leave the country. Welker then told Raul that Mia and Charlie could not leave the city without his help. Wanting his niece to be safe, Raul was forced to trust Welker and give him his mobile phone.
Yeah, me as well.
All right, I'm gonna help you with that.
However, on one condition, Raul must pretend that they never met.
Put your fucking hands up!
Meanwhile, the mother is seen chatting with Chang, who reveals that on the night of the incident, he had a dispute with Sui before Sui finally told him to leave.
Charlie 條女嚟嘅.
At the same time, Wes appears to tell her that they were not the ones who shot Sui, but rather there were 3 masked men who came that night.
The fuck you want, man? Dude, what went down? These guys showed up, and in like 2 minutes, everything's...
However, that's not the information the mother wants to hear. She then ordered her men to kill Wes. Finally, Wes confesses that he knows where Mia and Charlie are and will take them there.
I can take you to her.
Where?
On the other hand, Welker texted Mia using Raoul's mobile phone and said they would meet at a club to hand over the passports. Arriving at the club, Welker found only Mia without Charlie. Although Welker had said that Lawrence had sent him to bring Charlie, Mia still did not believe him and tried to avoid Welker.
Fuck you! You're not here to arrest me! Get the fuck away from me!
That was until Mia saw 3 men enter the club, and she said that they were the perpetrators of the shooting of Sui.
Yeah, I'm fucking sure.
When Welker saw the 3 men, it turned out they were Vincent, Hayes, and Jake. Welker immediately tried to protect Mia from them.
Suspect. You with us?
I don't think so.
Not stopping there, the mother's men also began to arrive and started a commotion.
All right, that's...
Amid the chaos, Mia tries to escape, while Welker stops the people chasing her. Mia also armed herself with a butcher knife to fight them off. In addition to fighting the mother's men, Welker had to shoot with his 3 friends so that Mia could escape. At the same time, Charlie, Raoul, and Johnny came to pick Mia up. However, Welker immediately convinces Charlie to come with him because he is Lawrence's messenger.
It ain't up for discussion.
Finally, Welker, Mia, Charlie, Raoul, and Johnny tried to leave the place. But unfortunately, the number of the mother's men increased. They even shoot Johnny to death. Welker tried his best to protect Charlie from the danger. Raoul even sacrificed himself by blocking the door to block the mother's men, while Mia followed Welker and Charlie. After a fierce shootout, they finally left the club and got into a car. But that didn't end the chase, because many of the mother's men were ready to attack outside the club. Fortunately, Welker, Mia, and Charlie managed to escape. Meanwhile, the mother's men kill Wes and escape as the police begin to arrive. In the chaos, Vincent and Jake managed to survive. Meanwhile, Hayes was killed in the crossfire. Shortly after, Welker calls Ellie and tells her everything. Vincent, Hayes, and Jake are involved in the case. The 3 of them were not chasing the truck to catch Mia and the others, but to get the cocaine that was inside. The trio also conspired with Ching, who promised to hand over a list of cocaine customers. In return, Vincent, Hayes, and Jake were asked to kill Sui, as Ching was jealous that Sui was a strong candidate for the next Triad leader.
Right now, I am trusting you. Please, can you just do this for me?
Afterwards, Welker told Ellie to go to the hospital and check on Cortez.
I swear to God, wherever I get to, I will call you straight away, I promise.
Unfortunately, Ching had already arrived at the hospital. There, Ching called Vincent while venting his emotions because Vincent had not done his job properly until now. Previously, Ching had provided information about the truck and Mia and Charlie's whereabouts. As a result, Ching taught Vincent a lesson by killing Cortez.
I have loose ends, Vincent.
Now!
Not only that, Ching also tried to kill Cortez's wife. However, Ellie immediately appeared and tried to help Cortez's wife. Unfortunately, Ching cruelly shot Cortez's wife to death before he finally escaped. Not staying silent, Ellie immediately chased Ching, and the two had a shootout on the emergency stairs. That's when Ellie managed to overwhelm Ching with consecutive attacks and immediately arrested him. On the other hand, Walker takes Charlie and Mia to his old cabin. Walker then tries to contact Lawrence to tell him that his son is now with him. But apparently, it was the mother who picked up the phone. As a result, the mother now knows where Charlie and Mia are. Without waiting long, they immediately headed to that location while bringing Lawrence. Ellie went to Welker's ex-wife's house because Welker hadn't picked up his phone.
Of him, and he's not answering his phone.
Welker's wife tells her that Welker is usually in his father's old cabin, far from the city. Ellie then uses Ching to lure Vincent and Jake to meet beside the railway. When Vincent and Jake started to approach, Ellie pointed her gun at them.
Don't even fucking try it.
On the other hand, the mother and her Triad army arrived at Welker's cabin and immediately launched a massive attack. Welker also gave Mia and Charlie a gun to counterattack. The shootout lasted for quite a while and took many casualties. But because the Triads outnumbered them, they captured Mia and took her out of the cabin.
Come to me! Come to me!
After that, they also tried to take Charlie. However, Welker tried to stop them until finally an assassin came and engaged in a fierce duel with Welker. The assassin could throw Welker against a pillar, bringing down the cabin's roof. However, the assassin was still not satisfied with attacking Welker. She then tried to get rid of the rubble until Welker was seen holding a small spear and did not hesitate to shoot it right into the assassin's throat, killing her. Meanwhile, outside the cabin, the Triads captured Charlie and Mia. The mother, who still thinks that Charlie is the perpetrator of her son's murder, then tries to teach Charlie a lesson by telling Lawrence to shoot Mia. But before that, the mother had taken out all her bullets and left only one bullet. However, when Lawrence was about to shoot Mia, Charlie immediately stopped him by blocking in front of Mia.
You shoot her, you gotta shoot me. Now you gotta fucking shoot me!
At the same time, Ellie arrived with Ching, Vincent, and Jake. There, Ellie reveals the truth that Ching worked with Vincent and Jake to kill Sui. Ching then said that he felt betrayed because after their brother died, the mother would leave the Triad to Sui and not him. However, amidst the commotion, Jake takes the opportunity to grab Ellie's gun and start the chaos again. He pointed his gun at Charlie. However, Lawrence was quick to block him, and the bullet hit him instead. As a result, another shootout ensued. Ching also grabbed the gun on the ground and fired it at the mother. Meanwhile, Welker was also ready to shoot at Vincent and Jake with his gun. In the chaos, Ching was finally shot and died. In the last seconds before Lawrence dies, he tells Charlie to take care of Mia. On the other hand, Vincent still manages to grab some cocaine and leave with a few wounds on his leg. Meanwhile, Jake was involved in an intense shootout with Ellie. When Ellie was about to shoot Jake at close range, the bullets suddenly ran out. As a result, Jake tries to take this opportunity to shoot Ellie dead. But fortunately, Charlie arrived in time and immediately shot Jake brutally. On the other hand, Welker then chased Vincent, who was about to escape by train. However, Welker immediately shot his leg, causing Vincent to fall. At that point, Vincent still didn't want to give up. He then turned around and shot at Welker. However, Welker retaliated with successive attacks until Vincent finally died. After the incident, Welker and Ellie let Charlie and Mia leave before the other police officers arrived. After that, Welker and Ellie had a little chat, during which Welker asked Ellie to arrest him. After all, Welker, along with Vincent and the others, had been a bad cop. However, Ellie refused and wanted to keep the secret from others. Ellie also said she would deliver her Christmas present to Welker's daughter. However, Welker forbade her because he didn't want to ruin his daughter's Christmas. The movie then closes with the arrival of several policemen.